term occupation shouldn't be controversial. George Bush said that there was an occupation. Ariel Sharon said there was an occupation. Barack Obama has said there was an occupation. There is an occupation. It denies people freedom.
As a Jew, as a gay Jew, Zionist, Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East, as we all know. The only place in the Middle East that I can walk down the street with my wife, hand in hand, and not be afraid.
You can go and walk down the street of Tel Aviv holding the hand of your wife. I can't get in the airport without 7 hours of harassment because I'm of Arab descent. I'm not even Palestinian. I'm Lebanese American. The treatment of people of Arab descent, just going there, is discriminatory. The people who live there suffer horrific discrimination. We have to be able to call it what it is. It's an occupation that humiliates people, that breeds contempt, that breeds anger and despair and hopelessness, that leads to violence. In 1988, when we called for mutual recognition, we could not get that done. We couldn't even get the word Palestinians in the platform. We're asking to move beyond this now. Reality has moved way beyond just recognizing they're there. It's hearing their voices, understanding their pain, saying that our Democratic Party understands that this is a conflict that must be resolved by respecting the rights of both peoples. I thank you.
If, in fact, there is a delegitimization of Israel through BDS or through the UN, this is not a good thing.
You know, the great Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel used to say, indifference to evil is more evil than even it's evil itself. And it seems to me if we don't have the courage to tell the truth, the condition of truth is to allow suffering to speak. It is an occupation. Occupation is evil. When the IDF kills innocent people, over 500 babies in 51 days, no matter how many shields they say that Hamas uses, it's wrong from a moral and spiritual point of view. All we're trying to say is Democratic Party must tell the truth. We can never fully respect the Palestinians unless we can name what they're up against, the boot on their necks. I come from a people who've been hated. And it's slavery. No, you got a race problem. It's not a race problem, it's slavery. Oh, no, we got a race problem, it's Jim Crow. No, it's discrimination. It's not discrimination. It's terrorizing black people. When would America tell the truth about the boot on our necks? That's all we're saying. Occupation is evil. How do we procure the security of our precious Jewish brothers and sisters? Tell the truth about the terror coming at them, but then they occupy a people. We must tell the truth about what that structure is. It's not disputed territories. This is not a diplomatic end name. It's occupied territories. It's been said by every nation with the exception of the Democratic Party, because our presidents have said it. That's all we're calling for. Nothing radical, but the truth. And it seems to me if we can't meet that test, lo and behold, how are we going to deal with this ugly situation with precious folk on both sides?
It should be noted that Bernie Sanders is the first non-Christian American ever to win a presidential primary. The first person with been bar mitzvahed ever to rise to anything like that level in our political life. And I think it really is remarkable that it was he who chose to tell the truth here.
There's no way for me as a human being, as a teacher and a citizen, that if we can't say a word about TPP, if we can't talk about Medicare for all explicitly, if the greatest prophetic voice dealing with impending ecological catastrophe can hardly win a vote, and if we can't even acknowledge occupation as something that's real in the lives of a slice of humanity, I don't care what color they are, I don't care what culture, whatever, then it just seems to me there's no way in good conscience I can say, take it to the next stage. I wasn't raised like that. That's not my calling. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. I'm just being truthful. So I have to abstain. I have to abstain. I have no other moral option. It'd be a violation of my own limited sense of moral integrity and spiritual conscience. And it's not an attempt to downplay anybody else, but that's how I roll.